I've known Martin for a majority of my life. We went to grade school together. We've known each other since first grade.
Wow.
If I step back and look at how I perceive friends, me and Martin don't talk that often, but long periods of time go from when we do talk. But when we do talk, it's one of those things where nothing's ever stopped. Our friendship's never changed, and when we do catch up and find what we've been up to, we find out we've both been stronger, we're both proud of each other. I think you know someone's a friend when you do something wrong and you're kind of embarrassed to tell them. Martin's one of those friends where, if I did something wrong, and I'd feel embarrassed because for someone to know me that well, and for me to mess up, I'd feel ashamed. But Martin's one of those people that when you finally do gain the courage to tell them, that they accept you. Because I'd be worried about how Martin would view me or how someone who really knows me. I feel like someone that knows you that much, that's how you can tell their family. Martin, the Del Prado family, that was always with me. You really know when you tell these things that when the family accepts you, that's just how you know. And Martin's just always been there for me. Martin's someone that always says what's on his mind. No matter how difficult, he says what has to be said. At times it could be perceived as, he could express it in different ways, and, it may not be the popular choice, but to me, I look at it as fearless. I remember when Martin was telling me a story about when his mom was recently asking Martin, like, oh, who's the best salesman you know? And he said, it's you. And I remember Martin just being really surprised at how much confidence his mom had in him that, given the tools that he could do anything. In the 20 years I've known Martin, he sold me on probably too many things that I didn't want to do. I feel like a lot of people can agree that with Martin, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But, I feel like, I don't want to do it. I do it because Martin makes me. And at the end of the day, when I go home and my parents probably yell at me for whatever I've done, at the end of the day I realized that I was stronger because Martin took me out of my comfort zone. I feel like you need friends like that push you out of your comfort zone and make you stronger. And that's why I'm really grateful about my friendship with Martin. To me, the Del Prado family really was family to me. Their yaya was my yaya. When she passed, I was broken. Their family helped my family understand a lot of things. And I was the firstborn, and Martin was the third child. So, a lot of times I would ask my parents for something, and they would think it's something completely abnormal. And then when my parents would pick me up from a sleepover from Martin's, they would ask Tita J or Tita Daphne, oh, is this okay? And a lot of times they would say it's okay, like, okay, you can buy that bike, that's normal. Boy Scouts is a normal thing. And then, I followed Martin through Boy Scouts, through biking, through Middlesex, through skateboarding, dropping out of Boy Scouts to go play basketball. No matter what situation I found myself, whether I was out of my comfort zone, I know Martin would never let me fall or put me in a precarious situation. I trusted him more than I trusted myself a lot of the times. I look up to him. I look up to that you're diligent in everything that you do, and that you think things through when you want to. Liezl. I've known Liezl since high school, and I'm proud to say that there's a good chance that they would never know each other if we weren't all mutual friends. Back in high school, Liezl was a cheerleader. I don't know if you guys know that. I went to an all-boys school, and a girl in your school is a really big deal. So, obviously, you noticed Liezl. But it's not just that Liezl was a girl, it's who Liezl was that really leaves an impression. It's as true now as it's always been, that when you meet Liezl, it's no secret that she's full of life. She loves to always smile, she's always pleasant and laughing, and even if you're not smiling and laughing, it still kind of makes you want to smile anyway. And when you really, really won't smile, you get really scared. Because Seeing you not smile after we try and poke at you to smile again, it makes us really sad because we know you should be. I think one thing they have in common that's apparent within 5 minutes of meeting either of them is that they were really well raised. They both came from a great family. You could know nothing about them, but you wouldn't doubt that for a minute. I think that commonality is a good basis, what makes them seem so right. They're both full of life and full personalities and instantly likable. When you see the two, it seems right and it makes sense. When things don't seem right, you look at the two and it's just undeniably obvious that they belong together. I was over for dinner when they first got their house. It was their first dinner, and I could tell. Like, I grew up in the Prado household, and I've seen Tita Daphne, tell Martin that he should be a little more clean, and he should pay a little more attention to that he should drink milk and not fight it. And then when I saw Liezl preparing dinner for Martin, I could tell how much she loved him. That me and Martin, we were excited about the bachelor party, and I wanted to look up things on the iPad to go look up bachelor stuff, and I went to go grab the iPod, and Liezl stopped me because she was so busy looking at the recipe to get dinner right for Martin that I stopped into my tracks and I realized, wow, Liezl really loves him. I feel lucky I've known both of them for a very long time. I think about the future and what that brings. I think they complement each other so well. One difference between me and Martin really, really thinks and chooses where he wants to invest his time. And for someone to catch Martin by surprise, I think that's really huge. I think they both represent strength together. If you could all raise your glass. To Martin and Liezl, I love you both. And I feel really lucky, like everyone else, to witness something that is obviously really blessed. Salute. Martin, Liezl.